This video is about perhaps what is the single most important question in the world, which is, what does God demand of us? For religion is not about meeting our own needs, or if we, some kind of magical formula, if we do this or this, God will give us some reward. It's about answering the call to God. What does God demand of us? In fact, the great prophet Micah from the Hebrew Bible, whose prophetic words we actually read every June in the Haftorah for the prophetic reading for the Torah portion of Balak, asks the question rhetorically, what does God demand of us? His answer, to do justice and to love mercy and to walk humbly with God. But there's another answer too, one of the pivotal and central verses of all of the Hebrew Bible, the Torah, in the middle of the middle book in Leviticus, the Holiness Code. It says, love thy neighbor as thyself, ahavta reacha kamocha. Now, what's so fascinating about that is that although that is the first time it occurs anywhere in literature that we know of, you check almost any culture, you find exactly the same sentiment. 800 BCE, the Mahabharata, deal with others as thou wouldst deal with thyself. Or the Dadistan from 700 BCE, that nature only is good when it shall not do unto another whatever is not good for its own self. Jainism from the 6th century BCE, we should regard all creatures as we regard our own self, and refrain from inflicting upon others such injury as would appear undesirable to be inflicted upon ourselves. Confucius, 5th century BCE, what I do not wish others to do unto me, I shall not wish to do unto others. Of course, Jews say BCE, and most Christians say BC. Or Ben Sira from 170 BCE, honor thy neighbor as thyself. Or the great sage Hillel, the Jewish sage Hillel from 30 BCE, whatever thou that man should not do to thee, do not do to them. That is the whole law. The whole rest is only explanation. And then Christianity comes on the scene in Luke, the Gospel of Luke from their New Testament. As you would that men should do to you, do you also to them likewise. And Matthew, all things whatsoever you should men do to you, do even so to them. Muhammad, 7th century, Islam, say not if people are good to us, we will be good to them, and if people oppress us, we shall oppress them, but resolve that if people do good to you, you shall do good to them, and if they oppress you, oppress them not again. And so maybe the most important thing to God is that simple rule: love thy neighbor as thyself, and do not do to others what you would not like done to yourself. It seems to be broad in every culture. And so whether it's Micah, what does God want from us? To do justice and to love mercy and to walk humbly with God? Or it's this idea from Leviticus, the first time it occurs anywhere but repeated by so many cultures, to love thy neighbor as thyself. It seems pretty clear that God wants mercy and compassion and love, and to treat all human beings, as it says in the beginning of Genesis, in the image of God.